Now, why do we have age restrictions and things of that nature, and you can't do any job you want to do in America, right? In the first place, right? Because some jobs are perhaps more dangerous than other jobs, in the opinion of those making the laws, right? Now, yes, there's a bunch of men sitting around who probably ain't got nothing better to do with their time. Yeah, sure. I understand what you mean too, right? But here's are the ages you got to deal with, right? 16 if you want to do an LTAC job. Oh, no. Anyone under 16 has to have what? Special permission. And how do you do that? Through the Georgia Board of Labor, the Labor Board, right? You got to go to that, wherever that is, right, and get the paperwork so the girl can do the job, right? Or she can't do the job. You understand that, right? Right. Now, if I'm going into the store and not just asking her, but other women their ages, and she says 37 to me, and there's no reason to make that up, I just met her. You can't prove I didn't, or didn't know her before, or did know her before, right? Even if I'm going around the whole block and never went to that store until November 7th, 2019, right? I never went into that store until 2019. And you can't prove I did before that, right? Therefore, I didn't meet her till then. And my complaint is when I was in there, I lost an hour of time, and then I keep trying to go back a couple times. And the third time I was just using the bathroom in the store, he got banned from the store. And don't know why. Don't know why. That's all I'm complaining about, really. In the first damn place. But then you're telling me there's some kind of conspiracy. The girl lied about the age she told me when I first went in, right? It was really 15, and you were trying to set me up with her, and she was 15 the whole time, huh? Right. That's still on you if you did. Right, right. And the girl, and two people are lying on one person, right? That's wrong too. That's wrong too. That's why that's called entrapment if you both lied about her age, right? Especially her, and you knew she was 15, right? I didn't know she was 15 when I went to the store. I had to ask her age. I just met her for the first time, right? We keep going over this over and over again. Why? I ain't forgot it. I ain't forgot it all. And it's just the next day. It's only 24 hours after 3 years of talking about this stuff on YouTube. Well, I'm going to forget from yesterday to today again. Why are you on about my hair receding when it's not receding, right? Why are you on about this, that, and the other, right? This is not what receding hair does. It don't grow out anymore, right? You're on about my hair. You're on about my weight, right? What about my weight? I'm a disabled person. I can't exercise like I used to, right? I keep telling you that too, right? I filthy stories. In the military in 1994, I broke part of my back and ankle, right? All the way down to my pelvis area too. Weirdly, oddly. I also developed a mental illness associated with the prophets of Israel, right? Which the medical community is going to call paranoid schizophrenia or bipolar or delusionary disorder, grandiose type, right? The religious community, though, don't want to deal with it either. Which, that's what the Bible says you're to go to first, your brethren, and then you have to figure it out from there, right? And appeal to others, right? If your brethren won't hear you in a matter, right? That's all you can do about it is tell people, hey, wait a minute now. I'm hearing all this, that, and the other, and you're not even wanting to read it, right? You're not even wanting to understand it anymore, right? And someone's been lying to you about it for 17 to 18 to 19 to 20, 2,000 years, right? In one way or the other, right? Someone's not telling us all the facts here either, right? And some are trying to get out some of the facts, most of the facts, right? But not all the facts, right? So that means there's still positive and resistance and all that from then to now too, right? For the last 2,000 years of a man called Jesus of Nazareth, right? People have been debating his entire existence even, right? Or if he's just some kind of fictional character the Apostle Paul made up, right? Somehow during that time, right? And plus it would have to be just the Apostle Paul, right? Now, there are Gospels written, attributed to his followers. Matthew is associated with the apostle called Matthew, and it's probably what he taught about Jesus, at least. See, when I'm teaching you about someone, you can write it down, what I'm saying. That makes them Matthew's scribe, right? If that's what Matthew taught about Jesus, right? Right. Now, if Luke is a physician, right, or again wrote Acts 2, right, how do we know this? Does Luke identify himself somehow? Or John? Or, like in the book of Revelations, how do we know it's John on Patmos writing the book of Revelations? He says so. He says so in the first couple chapters, huh? I mean, really? That's one way. I, John. It's me, writing this book. So we attribute it to who? John. John. We know that one. Right. It's written by the apostle associated with Jesus called John. Right. Even if we're not sure of any other book or any other letters. I know. Or Paul had someone write letters for him because he might have been going blind slowly after his encounter with Jesus. They say that was his thorn in his side, by the way, some people. Not just Timothy, I guess, I don't know. Or that he was single, right? And didn't want to mingle with females, which is his choice, really. He can be celibate, he can be with a woman or without a woman, or even lead about a woman, his sister or his wife, or even his mother, or even an aunt or a niece or whatever, right? But the thing is, though, right, we're all to play by the rules the best we can, but if we break them, we're to forgive them too, right? Some people want to keep condemning themselves until they're punished themselves, right? For doing the same thing wrong, they're trying to get you to stop doing wrong, right? Uh-oh. That's a problem too, right? If I'm not trying to do something wrong but find a girlfriend and I'm a 50-year-old man, I know not to be with a 15-year-old girl, right? But if I don't know the girl's 15 and she says she's 37, I can be with her, right? I don't know she's 15, right? I'm not with her because I knew she was 15. I'm with her because she said she was 37 and she can't be in that job unless she's 16 or older, right? Well, part of that, don't you understand yourself, right? If she's there, I gotta assume the boss of her is working her legally, right? Not illegally, right? Which is she's 15 and you have to get special paperwork, right? For a 15-year-old to do that job. You almost have to say, I want to emancipate her from me in the first place, right? And her to learn this as a trade, even, right? At 15, because I don't want her to complete school. I want her to get a GED, right? And do this job instead for the rest of her life, right? Do you hear what you're saying? Right. Whether she's 15 or 16, that's what you're saying if you're letting her work that job, right? When she's supposed to be older by a year to do the job, right? I don't know she's either age, 15, 16, or 37, right? But when I go in and she says 37, I have to trust she's already been carded, ID'd, whatever's necessary to do the job, right? There's nothing wrong with that. Just assume that either. But that's why you ask her, just in case, because someone's messing with you about meeting a 15-year-old girl, perhaps in a nail salon, right? So you ask her age, right? Not just her age. If you're interested in any woman working in a nail salon, part of getting to know them is to ask their age, because with Asian women, it's hard to tell their ages anyway, right? Whole point. Don't you think? That's not the first store I'm asking a woman those main questions, right? Since we started talking about it, since I was in Statesboro in 2019, right? Because of the hurricane at that time, right? If you remember correctly. And again, went from the salon in Statesboro to one in Rankin, and then one in Garden City, and then the one, maybe, right? In Pooler. And you've been telling me something about that, but it's every month too, right? It's from like July, August, September, October, right? Something like that, right? Once a month, right? Until November 7th, right? That I'm going to the nail salon regularly anyway, right? As there's a hurricane coming in during the last weeks of, I think, August, that was, right? Or September, or July, somewhere around there, right? Mm-hmm. But August to November, right, is, okay, August, September, October, right? November, right? I went to 3 other salons in September, October, August, September, October, and then November. So I went to 4 salons total, asking people in the salon, especially the women, their ages, right? Now, if a 37-year-old woman working in the salon wants to get lucky with you, I told you that happened with other women before, right? Oh, well, what, you didn't believe me? Right. Well, you still don't want to believe me? Or you had the girl lie about her age to be with me? Right. I didn't have her to lie about her age. I didn't know who you meant, right? How could I know who you meant when I never met her before, right? All that's going to make me do is ask the women I meet in the salon to do my nails their age, right? Well, that also might make me think I might eventually get lucky with one, right? If they're of age, and are single or something, right? I know. Though, what else can you do there but ask the question? Mm-hmm. The 4 main ones are name, age, where is she from, right? And what kind of educational background does she have, right? Those are just general questions you might can ask someone, right? And, well, she can be from anywhere, including America herself, even. Some Vietnamese girls are born in America. Now. They're Native Americans now, right? Right. Mm-hmm. They're born in America, right? Born in the USA, they were. Born in the USA now. Right. But whatever. We're all dealing with laws, rules made up by men. To control what other men are doing, in their opinion, right or wrong. Well, the problem is, what's your assumption that it's wrong, right? Were you told it was wrong by a group of people who didn't like doing it, or again, which could make you prejudiced about it, right? Or is it something actually harmful to people, or do you just think it is, right? And don't want to deal with the real positive benefits of it, if there is any, right? Or want to control the substance, right? Though I'm talking about legalization of anything that the government considers illegal anyway, and don't do it until it's legalized, right? That too, or you could get in trouble for it, right? That's the problem too, right? I know better not to do something illegal if I can help it, but if you have someone lie about their age, I can't help that, right? That's on the person lying about their age, right? And the person working the person who was 15 and not supposed to do the job till 16 without the paperwork, right? I don't know if she had it or not. It's his responsibility, right? To work in that store, you have to be 16 or older or qualified, right? If 15, for an apprenticeship program. And part of the apprenticeship program is so she can be emancipated from her parent or parents, right? You do know what that's about, right? Right. Are you trying to emancipate her from her parents at 15? Which is it? Is she 16 and older and really 37, or is she under 16 and 15? But if she's 15, she's trying to get emancipated from her parents. When she's trying to get emancipated from her parents, why didn't she just tell me she was 37 or 15 or 15? I didn't make her tell me that age, right? And what, you think blacking me out or causing me amnesia after a certain point matters or not, right? Depends on how you cause the amnesia too, huh? Right? How'd you cause the amnesia? If I have amnesia of it, you know that more than I do, right? I just know I'm trying to do something, which is a nail job, which is a legal part and not illegal. The only your sins, right, or mistakes does God block out like it never happened, right? So one thing I know was legal, the nail job, right? If me and the girl did more than the nail job, that could explain why I lost the hour, but not the details, right? Of why. Though the details of the nail job, I remember 50-50, right? Right. When I first went in, I know what I was doing to the point where me and the girl are interacting, and I've done asked the first major questions, right? And I got her response, and whatever happened after that had to do with me thinking the women were picking on her about doing my nails, right? I know. And whether it was going sexual in the store or not. Since someone was messing with me about all that anyway, right? Okay. And I still know, or was told, she was 37 by her own mouth, right? Which I heard with my own ears, which I don't have a problem hearing conversations between me and another person usually, right? But I do have a problem if you do something more than the nail job and we went somewhere else and then came back and then started doing the nail job again, but I don't remember all the details for about 20 minutes in between that, right? They both take time, right? You can do 15, and 10 with the nail job, which is 40 minutes, right? About how long one takes, usually. If they're taking more than that, something more is going on and you're not remembering it, and that means someone's trying to cause you amnesia 50-50 too, right? By blocking you out somehow, which means they're getting violent with you somehow. What weapon they're using, I don't know. But I'm also disabled in doing my nails, and right, not as fit as I used to be either. I can do some things like a little bit of karate, a little bit of martial arts, a little bit of weightlifting, but not the same. Not the same. Been telling you that too, right? Not hiding anything I can do. But I also tell you I was involved with the wreck before a fall, right? Right. 8 years difference, right? That I joined the military, right? Told y'all that. It's a story, right? Now, most stories that are told have to be told until you get it. By the person telling that story or their own story, right? And they have the right, if you're telling the stories yourself, if it's real or fictional too, right, to tell their version of the story, right? I see, that's kind of what I want more than the little hot tub there, because that's more room. That's more room. Right. And that's not a lot of room to really move around or do anything with, right? Except relax only, but I don't know. So anyway, have a good evening.